Start of the UFA period. I forgot. That is what we're doing. And they're not gonna tell me like, oh yeah, I gotta. So I don't have any free safeties. I ain't got no trophies. What's this? A piece of bread? Well, we're gonna scout players next, so we can go into the free agency. Also, we don't have Jeff Garcia anymore. Oof. I believe one of these guys might be in a holdout as well. It's probably Dre Bly. So they didn't tell me who was on a contract here or who needed a new contract or not. Evidence being that apparently all three of my free safeties were in need of a contract, and I didn't know that. So, well, now we know. So, oh no. Oh dear. Scout this guy. Ken Irvin. I like Irvin. He frees us up to play a little bit more man coverage. Garrison Hurst was still in the league. I'm looking at him. I look at Hurst as that guy who... He's a veteran presence. He's really low end, but I like the idea of him. I think Hurst will be cheap though, so I might hedge all my bets on him. Ooh, I like Kerry Long. He's got a lot of potential. This scouter is not very good. Okay, so you have two holdouts. I want to re-sign this guy. Do I have any leverage whatsoever? 4 years? It's not bad. You know, for him, I want to trade. Yeah, he's gonna be a depth guy. That's all he is. Yeah, I think it was Kerry Long that I was gonna sign. I'm gonna sign him. I feel like 1 year deal? Prove it year? Alright. Alright, fine. I'll trade him to the Packers. I doubt I'll get Nick Collins for him. We could try and get Ahmad Green for him, but still not a situation I'm very fond of. Aaron Rodgers? Okay, well, I'm gonna trade with the Packers then. Try and see what I can get out of them. I mean, we could go for Underwood. I feel like if we're gonna do that, I want like a 5th round pick as well. Okay, what if we just got rid of the 5th round pick? Would you accept it? Straight up player for player. Yep, they just robbed me. His zone coverage is actually pretty good, so I don't think it was a bad deal. He's young. Let's hire some old guys, alright? 2 years? Sounds good to me. Bring it on, man. Let's bring this 36-year-old man. Like this guy. This guy looks like, hey, I could be good. 5 years for that much money? Sounds good. The problem is I have to be more hands-on with what I'm doing. So we have to sign a quarterback. Yes, I would sign Jeff George. 1 year, prove it deal? Alright. We'll go Larry Burt. He's probably, again, he's like a prove it deal type of guy. Yep. How much does he want? Chad Lewis? Oh, that's not bad. He's an old guy too. My theory is signing these guys is gonna make them be kind of like a mentor. That's my theory. Of course, that's not really how it works in games. So I'm almost done with my keys to victory. I have no idea what the playbook is, so let me go ahead and try and figure this out. Okay, it's gonna be like a hybrid cover 3. Wait. Put him here. We'll have the linebacker go a little bit further out. Make it seem like it's a blitz. Move the safety. But yeah, it's a terrible design, but I love it. I like it. You know what? It's a good idea. Like, I like it, but I'm gonna get lost in that for like hours. So I still got players to sign, and the draft is 2 weeks away. So I'll try and put it in this video. I should have more than enough time. Who's the last guy that we had? We had him. And he was relatively young, but we didn't need to pay extra money for a guy that wasn't going to be starting, which I'm glad we had our other guy who was still there. So that was on me. I made a blunder thinking that it was going to actually keep the guys that I wanted to re-sign, but I mean, keep the guys already on the team, not just show me the ones that they wanted me to re-sign. So yeah, that was A blunder on my part, wasn't expecting that, but it happens. Not to me though, but it happens. Okay, let's go ahead and sign this guy. 3 years? Sounds good. We got someone to sit back there. Hopefully never to come in. And if I want to, I can let him go whenever I want it. So, catch 22. Okay, let's go young again. You're either old or you're young. There is no middle ground. I see a lot of potential in this guy. Contract says otherwise. Is it really this boring to be an NFL head coach? Scout players? Who are we scouting? NFL players, or I think I should probably use that for the draft, right? Hey, tell me something I already know. We should continue scouting free agent players for now. Okay. Well, you're in the scouting department. You're an idiot. It's gonna be so weird to edit these videos because so much of it is just boring. Is it Brian? It's gonna be expensive, isn't he? 2 years for that much? Oh, I'll take him. Are you kidding me? That's a steal. Derek Rogers. $2 years? That's cheap. See how much Garrison Hurst is. Yeah, man, I think these old players, they don't want them. They don't want you to sign the old players, or they do, I don't know. They just, nobody wants them, they're real cheap. I can see why the new head coach was so much better. It was better well received. Yeah, because when the draft comes around, I'm going to be drafting players that are going to take over. Trunk candidate. Yeah, sure. Not a bad deal. And then it's going to be like, you've done all your tasks for today. Way to go, sir. You see, you have completed your goals for the UFA period. Do you want to sim to the draft? The problem is when you sim to the draft, you don't have the luxury of like scouting players. I'm hoping it does it for me.
Welcome to the 2006 NFL Draft.
What an exciting draft, folks. We're going to look back on this draft one day and complete all. Having two teammates, Bush and Leinart, going to top 10 is unheard of. The USC football program is loving it. Also, in addition to the three Trojans, we have Vince Young. Some teams love him. Some teams don't even think he'll be a quarterback in 3 years. Many questions surround the game-breaking Vince Young, and it should be interesting to see who snags him. We also have a couple of spectacular ACC athletes this year in Mario Williams and Vernon Davis. Williams, a defensive end from NC State, and Davis, a tight end from Maryland, are both amazing physical specimens. Let's tune in now to hear the first pick.
Oh, draft, here we go. The first pick in the draft. Where's our pick at? We're in the 9th pick. Okay, we could use quarterback. Ain't gonna happen. First pick was AJ Hawk. Baffling. New Orleans picked Huff. Baffling. Tennessee chose Mike Williams. It's not a bad decision. Vontae Davis was the next pick. Ooh. Leinart and Vince Young, two guys that I really want. Green Bay selected Haloti Nada. Oh my, we might get a quarterback. We need the Niners, Raiders, Bills. So unless there's like a quarterback bench that goes on. We either have our pick of the litter between Leinart and Young. And I like the West Coast offense, so Leinart's gonna be my guy if he comes up. If not, then I'm going Young. Ooh, I don't know who that guy is. He's from the Congo? They got Leinart. No. I'm so bummed out. I really wanted Leinart. Well, there you go. Now I hate Oakland Raiders. There's a reason why I didn't want to go to their team. They picked Jason Allen? Oh, that's who he wants us to pick? No, I don't want him. We gotta go young. Remember? There ain't no middle ground here. It's either old or young. I'm sure my scouting director is hating me right now, but we needed a quarterback. There's no way I pass up on him. You think Cutler's going to be there in the second round? I doubt it. Okay, now we'll just send him to the next pick. Idiot. A defensive tackle?
Nope.
No, I'm not sold on him. Why do we want a defensive tackle? We already have 2 guys. Free safety would be a better option here. I'm stuck between Marcus and Roman Harper. We'll go Co. Co? Because this guy was an idiot. I really want to see where... Entire draft. Okay. So, we picked Vince Young. Jason Allen went 2 picks later to the Rams. Cutler got picked up by Baltimore. See, he wasn't gonna make it to the next round. That Miami, what are you doing?
Has made their pick. St. Louis picks next.
Oh my goodness. These are not first round players. Why are you drafting them in the first round? Do you have an idea? A good one?
Try again.
You need to be... You suck. He sucks. Okay, we'll go Wilkinson. We kind of scouted him. Not great, but we scouted him enough. Pick him up in the 3rd round. I felt like we had a very late 3rd round. Are you going to give me a good suggestion here? A defensive tackle? No, I'm not sold on him. I'm going this guy. Are you going to give me a good suggestion this time? A kicker in the 5th round? He sounds pissed off. We should get a kicker, Jeff Green. You probably disagree. You know what? Screw it. Make the call. He's a wide receiver. I actually wanted to get a wide receiver in this pick. Wow, we're actually on the same page. And I imagine you already scouted him more than I did. But there's a reason why I hate you, because you were terrible in the first half of this draft. A left outside linebacker? Again, we're on the same page. Make the call. Crying out loud, man. Why couldn't you do that during the entire draft? Alright, so I wasn't paying attention. And this is like what happens during the load screen, just if you're curious or whatnot. When you simulate, because there's so much stuff that happens, and when you're done doing what the team like says, like, hey, assign all these players, it'll move on to the next thing on the list, which was training camp, and I simulated all the way to training camp, and it's like you have delegated signing players and stuff like that, and reviewed, blah blah blah. Well, it signed these guys for me, and then it signed Wilkinson for me, so we'll see how this goes. I'm gonna look at the guys. Hopefully I still have them signed. We have not signed. Don't tell me he didn't. Did they not sign him? They didn't sign him. Why didn't you sign these guys? He better still be there. Now, I'm not gonna end this video until we sign Vince Young, the first ever first round pick not to be signed. What do you want? You go ahead and pick the players. I'm gonna have to trust you with that. Yes, I'd like to call them. This was dumb. No, because I signed them to sign them. I mean, I drafted them to have a guy. I'm so pissed. Okay, we'll go first and first. Let's see how the starters do. Is that Vince Young? That was not great. He throws it so oof. He threw it way too far, but he throws it so much quicker. I don't know, I'm just not like Harrington. Well, he finally... Oh, he caught it. He didn't catch it last time then. Okay. So, basically I'm showing you this in this video just because I want to know if you like it. Should I continue doing these? Because there's going to be a bunch of them, trust me. We'll end it with the third stringers. I just don't know if you guys want to see something like this, because this might be boring. Well, I guess that's it for now. I recorded for an hour and a half just to give you an idea of how much stuff actually I do compared to what you see. and what I do is not nearly enough. Like, they don't show, like, there's so much stuff that I cut out because there's so much that's not interesting at all. It's just me looking over players before deciding whether or not I want to cut them, because they don't give you enough of anything. Like, they don't show you the roster, they don't give you like easier ways to access stuff. So again, if you want to watch the training camps and stuff like that, just let me know. If not, I think for the next video I'll probably still record it, but depending on how much stuff is actually in it and how much is interesting, I'll let you know.